Good news! The Amity Affliction photos are now live! Yeah! I will show you that, or those, in the edit. Why am I vlogging? Essentially, I always feel like I have a story for every situation. Almost any subject or situation, I will probably accidentally interrupt you because I have a story. I don't mean it to be big-headed or anything like that. I just get excited, I get really animated about things I'm excited about, and I always want to share those experiences and those stories. And this year in particular has been a very busy year. It's got a lot of stories to it, and I have really started vlogging at the wrong time because things are now quieter. Obviously it's now December, or late December, and work is starting to slow down. Work has slowed down. I'm not writing anymore because the publications have basically shut down for Christmas. There is less work coming in just because the nature of the time of year, which is a shame because during August, for example, I had eight weddings, a movie shoot, a failed trip to a music festival in Paris, a successful music festival which I shot down in just outside of Bath. No, not Bath. Just outside of Bristol, called Arctangent Festival. And Arctangent Festival was 4 days long. I got home, was home for 2 days, shot a wedding. The wedding finished, I got home at 10 o'clock that night. By 2 AM I was meant to be in a car with a friend of mine driving to Paris for a festival to a festival called Rock on Zen, because I'd won festival tickets there because of my work with Matthias Hombauer, who's an Austrian international music photographer, and I was really excited for that. That all fell through, which is another story, right at the last minute at 10 o'clock at night. I then picked up another wedding as a result on the Saturday. That wedding finished, and Saturday night my friend and I drove down a day early, or 2 days early, to a film set in Dorset where I was shooting the behind the scenes film on for a student project or student film called Lily, which I have previously talked about. Left Lily on the following Wednesday at 8:30 in the evening. Was meant to be home by 10:30 roughly, I'd gauged. I got home at 2 AM, threw all my stuff in the house, picked up some new clothes, drove immediately to Gatwick, parked my car there for 3 AM, boarded a plane, flew to Zante to shoot and film a wedding out there. I didn't sleep because I had no time to back up any of my cards. So welcome back. Obviously made a bit of a cock up there by accidentally going into recording earlier. Bit embarrassing. Basically what I was saying is that the Amity Affliction photos went up 2 days ago now. I'll show you some of those in the vlog. Really happy with some of them, not all of them. It's difficult lighting, but I'm glad that they're up now. One of the things I wanted to talk about was why, if anybody was thinking why I'm vlogging when there isn't really that much going on or that much possibly of interest to people. In Zante, shooting and filming a wedding out there, which was just insane. That was straight after the film shoot and nearly didn't make it physically and every other sense. There was I probably missed some stuff out as well. There was quite a lot of partying, some really interesting nights out, absolutely insane, and a lot has been happening since then. So, and before that I was on cruise ships, and I have lots of stories about that. Just things have now started to die down, which is of course a good time to have started doing this. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was sort of luck. I think I touched on it briefly at yesterday's vlog, about how I feel like I'm Grimes or Grimy from The Simpsons. I'm just not very good at noticing luck or good opportunities perhaps, and not that I let them pass me by, but you just don't appreciate them at the time. Like, for example, on cruise ships, going on a cruise ship to work was a stupid idea in a business sense, because I had a business to run at home, and you can't just going to stop and take 4, 5, 6 months out of that just to go on a cruise ship. It just seems insane when you're earning a lot less money. However, as a result of that, I started doing the behind the scenes film stills, because my cabin mate invited me along to shoot behind his film, which was Lily, which then springboarded into the other film, One Another. I've had various opportunities to try and shoot other films, behind the scenes of other films since then. The wedding I had in Zante was because a girl came on for 3 weeks, that was the length of her contract, and she remembered that I did video on the side, so she rang me up about a year ago. He said, "Hey Rich, my sister's getting married in Zante, are you available?" I said, "Of course I'm available." And things like that. So had I not gone on cruise ships, I wouldn't have had the experiences that I've had either whilst there and then since with the jobs that have come out of it. And same with music, photography and this and that and the other. So it's just about trying to grab what you can, and although unless it's really going to put you out of huge sums of money perhaps, or is hazardous to your health, the way I always look at it is think of the story. As long as you survive to tell the story, then it potentially is worthwhile. I'm young-ish, so there's a lot of stuff I can still experience. I haven't got a mortgage to pay, I haven't got kids, I'm not married, so I'm a lot more free to do these things. The other thing I wanted to say is that I know I would love for these to be more coherent and more interesting. However, just like different film angles and stuff like that, just even doing this sort of talking. However, I usually do this talking late at night, and I'm tired. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, which isn't an excuse. I should be working harder on this. I haven't really got a coherent idea of what I want to talk about necessarily, to plan it through the day or anything like that, and I feel like I'm rushing these. So hopefully in the new year I'll be able to settle down, think about things a bit better, and not just rush just to get something done. So hoping these will get better if you're willing to stick with me. I think what I had originally said in the first video I did this afternoon was probably a bit better, a bit more coherent, had more of what I had wanted to say, but of course like that, so I couldn't really listen to it. Here I go, I'm rushing it again, you see. Don't know what's going to happen in the next week or so. I'm going to Ireland with the family for Christmas on Thursday, 22nd, until the 1st of January, where I'll be staying with my gran, and she does not have the internet at all, and it's going to be a bit of a tricky Christmas, I think, so I might not be doing this at all, or very, very, very seldom. We'll see what happens. For those of you who do seem to watch me, then there we go. It's just been a bit of a mess again, isn't it? Do apologise. Like I say, when I can properly think about things and I'm not trying to rush it and whatnot, it might be better. Hope it will be better. And when life is just a bit more interesting, when I'm trying not to sound like a moaning or whining, reasonable, very privileged, I suppose, white man. You know what, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but never mind. Partly things have been a bit different anyway because I'm tired. 2 days ago, I think it was, I saw my recent ex. Don't know if she saw me, probably not, and it's the first time since sort of like August, I think it's been, since the last one. I hadn't thought about anything about her for some time, mostly because I've been so busy with work and life has been hectic. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, but it was quite it's stuck with me, and I haven't been able to shake it, and it's kind of irritated me quite a lot now, just because it's a bit stupid. Like, why should I? It's just it's not good and it's not healthy. I think there's probably some other lying going on by some other people, but that's by the by. But these things, once I think somebody's lying to me, things start spiralling. I come up with all these ideas and stuff, and I become almost like a detective. I like to get excited by it almost, because I want to find out what the truth is. I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to expose the people for what they are. It's tiring. It's not healthy, and it's just a lot of that on top of everything else and the time of year and stuff. It's taken its toll a bit, and I'm, like I say, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but I might not even include it. But yeah, it's bound to happen, right? Bound to bump into. I think because it was a shock as well. I didn't expect it to happen. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Just don't want to be thinking about all that when I'm away, or at all really, but especially when I'm away, because it will only help fuel things. Anyway.